Second last home game of the year. I can't believe it's that point in the season already, but it was a good week. We knew coming into it, similar as we said last week, having 6 days to prepare like we did against Texas State, we knew we could put a good game plan together, and we executed it quite well. I felt as if we created opportunities that we worked on during the week at practice, especially in the first half. We got some big opportunities. We just weren't clinical enough, but we wanted to persist at it and make sure we were still creating the same sort of looks, and we got the same look in the second half, and Tatum Beck was able to put one away. So I think that their athleticism up top causes some problems at times, but I think again, through the week that we had in preparation, we were able to at least limit what they had going forward, and make them take some difficult opportunities. And we've done that. And I was really proud of the whole team's effort. So looking ahead to Thursday's game against South Alabama, we know it's going to be an important game. Every game's an important game. So trying to get 3 points on our side of the bracket is going to be huge, and you're at that point of the year now where we've only got 2 home games left, so it's going to be exciting to play the second last home game of the year at this early point in the year, but we're looking forward to it. It's a good challenge. They've got a new head coach who I'm very familiar with. I've known him for several years, so we know they're going to come out and still play the same brand of soccer they have done over the past kind of decade in the conference. So it's going to be an exciting challenge. It'll be nice to have them home again this year. The result last year against them was not something that we were proud of, so looking to have a little bit of redemption there this year.
Well, you say about the defensive effort that was put out yesterday and like how it was. Like we talked about last week with you, in game, like goal was given, goal was taken, goal was conceded, and stuff like that. The goal was given, and still the defense held.
Yeah, that was a big thing that we talked about after the ULM game, was, if we didn't give up those 2 goals that we, for our philosophy and our beliefs, we felt they were easy goals to give up against ULM. If we can take them away, then we're going to have more positive outcomes in games. And we saw that yesterday. We scored the goal. We kept the clean sheet tight from front to back. Everybody was working to be part of the defensive game plan, and we executed it really well.
It wasn't just the defensive side. Your team stayed on the attack even after that goal, even late in the game. You had some really good shots on goal that could have ended up in the back of the net if it weren't for some really good saves. Kind of talk about what was kind of the mindset. Was it to, hey, look, we might be up 1, but this is not a time to sit back defensively. We need to stay on the attack.
Yeah, I think, one thing that we're looking at a lot this year is it doesn't matter whether we were ahead or it's a tied game or we're behind. We still have to play on the front foot. We still have to make sure that we're finding ways to win, not just to try and stay alive in the dogfight. So it was about creating those opportunities. Even when they had them, they might be less opportunities because we have to defend more, but it doesn't mean that we go into defensive mindset. It's been able to have that aggressive mindset, that forward-thinking mindset, going forward, creating opportunities, not just planning to survive. That's where it had been over the last couple of years. We're transitioning through that, and that's why those opportunities popped up at the end of the game. And all it takes, I believe, is just one of those to go in, and then it's going to start really going down in a positive direction for us. And I think once we get 1, we're going to get 2 and 3.
I guess that with that aggressiveness, that kind of adds to the pressure and things like that. You guys have South Alabama coming up. They were defending conference champions, if I can remember. Continuing to kind of see where you guys are, watching the tape, what kind of stands out with them?
Well, first of all, 2 things. Pressure's a privilege, but there is no pressure on us right now. We were voted 9th in the conference. There's nothing on us. Right now, we are a victim of our own success, and we're going into games and we're getting outcomes because the people are coming in here with a game plan for us. So it is an honor for us to go into games right now, and people are strategizing against us. But, South Alabama are supposed to win on Thursday, right? So I don't think there's any pressure on us. If the girls are feeling some pressure, then it's a privilege. It's because of where we're at this point in the season. It's a testament to the group of 31 players that we have and the efforts that they've put in to be there. But South Al is still the same South Al. They're athletic. They're dangerous. They play really good soccer. They've got some very, very good players that will be on conference teams at the end of the year. And our plan is to make a game plan to make sure that we can expose our weaknesses and take away their strengths. It's the same plan as we'll do for every game. Take away their strengths and expose their weaknesses. And it's just who executes it on the day. And it's just another opportunity for us to get better and another opportunity for us to maximize our season and maximize our players and to make sure that we can get the most out of the game.
You talked early in the season against Rice and LSU specifically. Those were going to be measuring stick games for your squad to see where you were. South Al has been, you talked about it, the standard in the conference for quite some time now. Is this another measuring stick game for your squad?
Yes. I'd say more than just a measuring stick. I think you hit the nail on the head. Rice and LSU were the measuring stick. Now it's time to implement. right? We've seen what we can do against Rice. We saw their record this year and what we did in that game. We saw how we started against LSU. Obviously, we didn't finish strong, but I think we saw what we're capable of. So I think the conversation this week is that let's look back at those moments. Let's see what we've done really well, and let's bring that into Thursday's game. When we do that, I think we can play with anybody. But it's just making sure that we stay on that aggressive mindset, stay in that front foot, not allow bad opportunities to get the best of us and get back into our mindsets that it's been in the last couple of years. If we can stay aggressive and realize that mistakes are going to be made, we can be resilient and we can bounce back from them. And as long as the game is still ticking on the clock, we're going to get one more chance. It might be 10 seconds left. It might be a minute left. We're still going to get another chance. It doesn't matter the scoreline. We're going to get another chance.
The growth from those games to here, is it kind of within the expectations of that's the maturation you were kind of expecting from that Rice and LSU game to where we are right now? Is that kind of where you seem like your team was going to get to?
Yeah, I think so. I think, obviously we started early on in the year and we didn't know what those games were going to come, but once we put those two games together, we got an idea of the measuring stick and where we're at. And then naturally, once you hit those kind of highs and you put in some really good performances, you're going to hit a little dip. And we had a little bit of a dip, right? We gave away the lead against Texas State. We lost 1-0 to App State. So now it was, how do we respond? And we've responded right in the right time. We got a tag against ULM. We beat Troy. Okay, now we're back on the winning ways. Now, how do we keep this consistent? How do we figure out a way to win on Thursday? Might not be pretty. We don't know what game plan South Alabama are going to have. Everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. We'll see what happens. We'll see who gives the first body shot, and we'll go from there. But I'm really confident in this group. We've asked several different things from them this year, and they've responded really well. And I know, given the time to prepare for Thursday, they'll execute the game plan.
So that was a very aggressive offensive team. What is the problems that they present for you defensively?
They've got some really special players. So Monique Gray's been there for a while. She's obviously very good on the dribble. She's very athletic. She finds pockets of spaces and gets on the ball. But then they've got a couple of really key forwards that once they can get them in key areas because of their midfield to create the opportunities, they can pop up and score a goal at any minute. They don't need 10 chances. They just need one. So it's one of those ones where we're going to have to stay locked on defensively for 90 minutes front to back, because if you give some of their players an inch inside the box, they're going to capitalize.